Everybody, today we're going to talk about Objective 2.5. Objective 2.5 is about solving systems of linear equations using the substitution method again, but these problems are just going to be a little bit different. Okay, so nothing changed. Substitution is a very important technique that we want to be very good at. It boils down to one of the most important properties of equality, which says equals can always be substituted for equals. So we talked about that on 2.4, but we're going to talk about it again. We're just going to apply it in a little bit different way. Okay? So we have letter A, 4x plus 3y equals 37, and y equals x minus 4. We want to solve this system of equations. So I know that since y is equal to x minus 4, I can take x minus 4 and plug it in for y because it's equal to y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set, instead of y, I'm going to write x minus 4 equals 37. Now be careful, you need to put the x minus 4 in parentheses because we're substituting this entire x minus 4, entire thing, for this y. So you have to put it in parentheses. We're multiplying 3 times this entire thing. Okay? Now we're just going to solve this equation. So we have 4x plus, apply the distributive property, 3x minus 12 equals 37. Now we just solve it like we always do. We combine like terms. 4x plus 3x equals 7x. Okay, we add 12 to both sides. These cancel. We are left with 7x equals 49. And then after I divide both sides by 7, I get x equals 7. Now, I'm not done yet. Because remember, when I graph a system of equations, the solution is where they intersect. I need an x and I need a y. Okay? So, to get my y, I'm going to take my x. I'm going to take either of my equations. I'm going to take this one just because it's probably easier. So I have y equals x minus 4. I'm going to take my 7 and plug it in for x. So I have y equals 7 minus 4. So I have y equals 3. So the solution to this system of equations is 7, 3. Now if you plugged your 7 into this equation, you would get 3 as well. Okay, but solving for y would be a little more challenging because you would have to solve the equation for y. With this one, with y equals x minus 4, you just plug in your value of 7, you subtract it from 4, you get your y. Now, I can check my work on Desmos. All right, if I take my Desmos graphing calculator and I type both of these in, 4x plus 3y equals 37. Then I type in on my other cell y equals x minus 4. I can see that if I hover over, my graphs intersect at 7, 3, so I know my answer is correct. Okay? So substitution method, we take our variable that's isolated, we plug that in for our variable, and then we solve for x, and then we plug in back in to solve for y. So let's take a look at B. Okay, I have y by itself. I have 2x plus 1. Y is equal to 2x plus 1, so I'm going to, or negative 2x plus 1. So I'm going to take that whole thing and plug it in for y. So I have x minus 5 in parentheses, negative 2x plus 1 equals negative 49. Be careful, it has to go in parentheses. We're multiplying this this negative 5 to the entire thing. Okay, so I distribute my negative 5. I have x plus 10x, because a negative times a negative is positive, minus 5 equals negative 49. I combine like terms, I get 11x minus 5 equals negative 49. Alright, I add 5 to both sides. I get 11x equals negative 44. And then after I divide both sides by 11, I get x equals negative 4. Now, I'm not finished yet. Again, I need to take that x equals negative 4 and plug it in to one of these equations. So I'm going to take my y equals, what what is it? Y equals negative 2x plus 1. I'm going to take my negative 4 and I'm going to plug it in for x. So I have y equals negative 2 times negative 4 plus 1. Alright? Negative 2 times 4 is 8. And 8 plus 1 gives me 9. Alright? So now I have an x. I have a y. So the solution to my system of equations is negative 4, comma, positive 9. If I graphed both of those lines, they would intercept at negative 4, comma, positive 9. All right? So let's check on our Desmos. So I'm going to graph on cell 1, x minus 5y equals negative 49. And then in my second one, I'm going to graph my other line, y equals negative 2x plus 1. And then if I hover over, I see that my graph is intercepting negative 4, comma 9. So I know that my answer is correct. All right? So ladies and gentlemen, that's objective 2.5. As always, please feel free to reach out with any questions. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.